Let's take a look at racio-ethnic differences. Employers should use fair selection processes and be able to defend against charges of discrimination. Best practice is to use valid predictors. However, persistent evidence of race differences on many of these measures makes them potentially discriminatory. Research on race differences in job attitudes is largely conducted in large-scale employment settings where large number of applicants are measured and carefully developed selection tools and assessment are used. Many smaller organizations, unlikely to be challenged legally, do not use rigorously developed selection processes and rely on brief, unstructured interviews, drug and background tests, or personal references. A test should be reliable or consistent. Does it give the same results every time, if circumstances haven't changed? A test should also be valid. It should measure what it claims to measure and very little else. Determining validity is a complex and challenging task and usually requires much data collection. In an employment context, cognitive ability and other tests should be used because of evidence they're correlated with measures of job performance. Measures of job performance are themselves not perfectly reliable or valid. Most studies on racial differences in selection compare samples of blacks and whites. Because meta-analysis requires a large number of studies, fewer overall comparisons involve other racio-ethnic groups. Racio-ethnic differences in selection tend to be higher than differences in actual job performance for those who were hired. Typical hiring plans often eliminate people of color who, if hired, would likely succeed. Nothing in these studies tells us why these differences are found. In the context of employee selection, illegal discrimination is suggested by a significant difference, adverse impact, in scores between whites and people of color. Therefore, employers often experience conflicts among validity, fairness, and support for diversity.